Welcome to Disfigure, a game you've heavily requested that I play, and it's finally about time because I saw a video of Gigs who played 20 different roguelikes, then ranked them, and this game was #1. And also, it's for free? You don't have to pay anything, and it's actually an amazing game. So usually I would start with the basic weapon, you know, just that you get an idea of the game, but if you want to check it out, link is in the description because we are playing with the boomerang scythe. Yes, it's a scythe, as a boomerang. So here's map 1. We have different difficulty levels, and I would say we'll just play on the normal difficulty. The other ones, they earn you way more score, and I think score is what you use to unlock new weapons. But we can play that like a higher difficulty level later on. And as you may notice, we have a vision circle, and we only see the enemies inside of that. I press Q, that means we auto fire, because that takes away one thing to think about. Okay, I've never played with the scythe because I just unlocked it, and it looks to be a horrible weapon actually. How do I make this good? That's a very good question, I have no idea actually. We have our first level up, and now we have 5 things offered to us that we can choose. So, fire rate and shoot an additional projectile. Wait, we could shoot out 2 of them. You know what, I'll go for that. We can also delete something that we don't like. So if I see something where I say, not the biggest fan, then I guess the singularity every 12 seconds. You know what? Delete. It's just out of the game now. Ah, that's so cool. Yeah, we'll still go for the fire rate. Nice. This also makes our bullet faster, which I assume means that it goes further out. Usually in these games, this doesn't mean it just does its normal range faster, but you get, like, you go out 5% further because it travels further. Like, faster is what I mean. Okay, we have the next level up. What do we have in here? A bleed would be interesting because we always double hit the enemies. Maybe I should just go for that. When outflow is inflicted on an enemy, they are damaged again by the combined damage of the 3 bullets that triggered outflow. I don't understand that. You know what? I'll just go for the bleed. 10 damage sounds like a lot. Like, we pretty much want to go for anything that has damage on its own, because the one that I just picked up that increased our fire speed to get additional projectiles will heavily nerf our bullet damage, but it won't reduce the damage of effects, I hope. We can also right click to see, oh yeah, there are the enemies, but what I hate is, when I look around like this, it moves where my character is on the screen. Like, it doesn't move it on the stage, but I play these games this way that I just memorize where's my character on the screen, and this is how I dodge bullets while I look at the enemies. Bullet speed 30%, fire rate 20%, sounds amazing, let's go for it. So now we go even further out. So as you may have noticed, we have 3 lives. That means if I get hit 3 times, it's just game over. Damaging enemies inflicts shock, increasing their next damage taken by 20%. I don't hate it, but it doesn't deal damage to them. A plasma charge is fired every 5 kills, but it's every 5 kills, but it has set damage. Let's just roll and see if we find outflow. Oh. Anything else? Bullets have a 50% chance to ricochet. Wait, what? But that doesn't work with what we have. You know what? I have to try it out. They ricochet. They actually ricochet. That's so stupid. Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Wait, do they also ricochet on the way back? I gotta check that out if that ever happens, because this would mean, even though they are limited, like they go out and come back, if they can do it on the way back, then it would heavily extend how many enemies it can hit. Bleed damage plus 40%, bleed chance plus 10%. So we would go away from bullet damage and we would just focus on bleed damage. Sure, let's do that. Now we have a higher chance to bleed them. Do we ever see that, by the way? Like, we pretty much turn into a status effect build. 25% chance for every shot to be charged round dealing double damage. Well, that sucks because that's really not what we are doing. Let's go for shooting an enemy 3 times inflicts outflow, dealing 150% bleed damage. Okay, so pretty much if we have so little damage, it's especially good against a boss, then we will automatically apply a huge amount of bleed damage to them. Okay, I like that idea, because now we really want to have additional bullets. What is that? Oh, that's a thick boy. Okay, so if I hit you a couple of times, yes, there is bleed damage, nice. Damage of each ricochet is increased by 50% bullet damage. That's not that great. I don't even think we want to have that. Every enemy killed by ricochet will increase the damage. We also don't really want that. Damage of each ricochet is increased by 100% bullet damage. Yeah, I honestly believe we don't want to have a single one of them. I could be wrong with that, but I will just delete that. Like, you understand where I'm coming from. If we kill the enemies with the bleed effect, then we will never kill them with our base attack, because our base attack will get heavily nerfed, gain a circle-shaped proximity marker, causing nearby enemies to be slowed down, and they take more damage. You know what? I'll take that. I hope this also works on the bleed damage, because it just says more damage, not more bullet damage. Why is this working? This honestly shouldn't be working, but we even killed the big boy there. Eviscerate. Shoot an additional projectile. And this is why I didn't want to have bullet damage synergy, because we will nerf our damage into the ground. But now we shoot out 2 scythes, right? Oh my god, that is amazing. Like, do you understand just how fast we will stack up our bleed damage on the enemies? I don't even know if you can stack it up multiple times. I just realized. Wait a second. Oh, that's a problem. Oh wait, if we can't stack that, then we only have that. I need more things that give us flat damage. Okay, weapon perk. Bullet size, that actually is amazing to hit more enemies. Fire rate is also amazing, but I think I will go for the bullets. Oh my god, you're big. That's what she said. No, but isn't this amazing? Because we hit an unlimited amount of enemies, I would assume. So now we have way more chances to ricochet, and also way more enemies that we apply the bleed to. Okay, good. How fast do we kill a big boy? Okay, careful, there are way too many enemies. I need more vision range, I think. Maybe not. Where's your experience? I didn't get experience, I got scammed. Next, level up, what do we get? Triple shot. Or the shield. I kind of want to have the shield, but at the same time, no bullet damage left. Do I somewhere see what we have right now? No? Like, I mean, I want to see my stats is the thing. That is surprising that a game wouldn't, a game like this wouldn't show the stats. That's one thing I would highly recommend it, that it gives you a stat overview of your character. Like how much fire rate you have, how much bullet speed you have. Because this is a very rewarding thing. If you do a silly thing, like you go max fire rate, to just see how much fire rate you have, what is going on? What is going on the screen here? Enemies killed by outflow will spill blood on the floor, dealing bleed damage to enemies that walk over it. Sure, why not? And it also increases the blood damage, the overkill thing or whatever. Listen, it had a bonus effect, but we have to take it either way, because we want to get to the final level ups there. Okay, oh wow, that's a... Isn't that the thing that puts the X into the water? A mosquito. Okay, careful here. There are a lot of enemies. I want to have more vision range, and I think I will say this forever and never take it. Every 5th enemy killed by a bullet. Okay, by a bullet. You know what? Delete. You're out of the game. I don't see anything that is really good in here, so we will just roll. Every 6 kills creates a current following where you're aiming, dealing 30% bullet damage. We also don't want that. Deep cut. Or death ricochet. Wait, what? Why is there... Oh, we only deleted the upper part, so now we have to delete the lower part. But killing 3 enemies with a single ricochet. Okay, we will never kill them with ricochets. Inflicting a bleed on an enemy causes them to take 20% more bleed damage. Stacks up to plus 100%. Yeah, now we can see there's a lot of bleed going on. It's the red numbers. We deal 2 damage with our basic attack. So this will really show whether this works or not. Did we just one-shot the dude? Did we actually just straight up one-shot the guy? That's amazing. Why is this working? This is such a stupid idea, but I love it. Because this gun actually allows you to double hit the enemies with 1 shot. But I guess the other probably shoot a lot faster. So bullet damage, bullet size. What else do you have? Bullet size by a lot. I like it. Projectiles will pierce for 1 enemy. Doesn't matter, but it's bullet size and bullet speed. Projectiles will pierce for 3 enemies, dealing more damage. Well, I don't really care about that, but it's again bullet size and bullet speed. Honestly, I don't like the negative fire rate, but I could take a few of them. So radiation over here is all about bullet damage, so we say goodnight. Every 3rd shot, shoot a spiral of 9 smaller projectiles. Please tell me those projectiles actually apply bleed. That those are just our projectiles and they come back. Don't need to aim anymore. You understand why, right? Our 3 projectiles were already enough to kill all of the enemies. Because of the bleed. Now we shoot out our projectile that probably deals less damage, or maybe the same damage, but it still applies all of the bleed. I don't need to do anything anymore. We just made an AFK build. Right? Did we? Because there's a big boy incoming. Maybe I should shoot at him. No, but I think this is working. It's straight up an AFK build. Like, look at the amount of experience here, and there are no enemies close by. Inflicting bleed on an enemy removes 25% of the health once. This is an ultimate upgrade. It also increases our bleed damage and bleed chance by a ridiculous amount, so as if we weren't powerful enough already. Now we also decrease the enemy HP. What is that? Oh, that looks like a boss. Oh, that definitely looks like a boss. Do you see his HP bar? Look at the bleed numbers. What did we create here for a monster? Okay. I don't know what that is, but I'll take it. It's mine now. I earned this. Choose a mutation. Boss heart pickups heal you fully up to your current max health, but they can no longer increase your max health. No, I don't want that. Deal... Why is the music so loud? Deal 150% more damage, but also take double damage from enemies? No. For each full heart you currently have, plus 20%? No. Gain 10%? No. Gain 2 hearts, but movement speed is decreased. Okay, I don't like any of these, actually. But wait a second. Does this work on our bleed? Because it just says deal more damage. It doesn't say bullet damage. Now I have 4 hearts, so I can take 1 bullet shot. The second one will kill me because we take double the damage. But we have something ridiculous here. Oh, current will freeze the enemy for a second. That's actually nice. Like, even though it's based on bullet damage, if it has secondary effects, we can definitely keep them. I think I will go for more pickup range now because we are already broken and I just don't want to pick up everything. Why is the music so loud all of a sudden? Okay, I have to heavily decrease this. Editing decks, pay attention to the music levels. Well, it's always a nightmare to fix that, the way I do it. So, yeah, do I just stand still now? Like, can I just continue doing that? Look at our bleed damage numbers. I'm pretty sure it works on them because I just saw a 52. 67. I need bigger projectiles though. That is very important because our small ones don't cover enough. Oh yeah, that was a lead or something. He didn't drop experience. Why not? I know they drop like a ring of experience usually, but this one just refused it again. That was the second one. Bloodlust. This is the final upgrade on the bottom. When outflow is inflicted on an enemy, and that is shooting an enemy 3 times. Okay, so it's something for bosses. They are damaged again by the combined damage of the 3 bullets that triggered outflow. Well, that's useless. We have no bullet damage. Unless it also counts the bullet damage, or... You know, when we bleed them and they lose 25% of their HP, this may also re-trigger, because technically speaking, it was caused by the bullet. I don't think so, you know, I'm just hoping, because our bullet damage is right now 6, and dealing that amount of damage times 3 is nothing as an ultimate ability, but it's still at a nice bonus, and I have to be careful where I walk, because I walk into enemies way too easily. Like, keep in mind, 1 hit is 2 life gone. Okay, that was a bunch of experience, nice. So I can now banish the ricochet, but do I really want to do that? Bullets can ricochet up to 3 times. Wait, but that's actually good. I mean, yeah, I think I will take that. I want to have more ricochets, just to apply more bleed. Okay, sure, why not? It's not great, because the other one is if you one-shot an enemy, then it's a guaranteed ricochet, which will never ever happen. But at least the next one with the triple ricochet, instead of just ricocheting once. Well, it only said it can hit enemies 3 times, so I assumed the initial bullet, then the ricochet, that's it. Man, it's so funny that I see these ginormous enemies and we just demolish them so easily. My biggest issue is really these small enemies, and I need to increase my vision range. And as I told you, I'll keep saying this because it's really not a priority of mine, but I should probably do it because it prevents me from dying. Every time you shoot, fire an extra bullet that has 100% chance to be a charge round. But only 1 additional bullet. That's actually not that much for minus 30%. Yeah. I honestly, I don't like any of these. The temporary vision is nice, but I will delete this. Shooting an enemy revealed in vision will slow them down. That's kind of cool. Killing an enemy in vision to increase bullet damage fire rate by 10% and circle cone vision size by... Oh, too much text. I'll just take it. You know what? Let's just go for it. Okay, it makes our vision bigger and the enemies take more damage. That's the summary of the entire upgrade. It sounds good to see a little bit more. And we also notice it got bigger because we have an inner circle here where the enemies, I believe, take more damage. And then we have our vision circle on the outside, I think. And that is the one that increased. So we are right now on the 50% mark because I assume on like at 10 minutes we will fight the next elite, the next boss. And I'm really concerned because I can only take 1 hit from the elite, so I have to figure out very quickly what the attack pattern is. And also how to dodge in a way where I don't have to move a lot, because otherwise I may run into other enemies that are walking around. There was also a big enemy over here, but there's no circle of experience still. Ooh! Scythes emit a vision circle that fixes all of my issues. Scythes increase in damage by 40% every half second. They are flying through the air. That's not true. I mean, I guess that's true, because they actually don't fly that long in the air. Hit an enemy twice with the same scythe to create 2 extra scythes, so that's like going out, coming back. Wait, but we take time to kill the enemies with our bleed. So shouldn't this happen all the time? Pretty much? I mean, I see a ridiculous amount of size. These 9 projectiles that we have also trigger that effect. I think there was actually another one in there that I really wanted with the vision. Yeah, I will take the vision next, because this means I pretty much see the entire stage with how many scythes we are shooting out. But I'm still thinking about the half a second. So 1, 2... They only fly for 2 seconds. So it would increase the damage by 40% 3 times. Because the last increase would be when it's back to me, so that doesn't matter. But that is so much damage, like you can turn them into murder nukes. And because you increase their damage with the guaranteed ricochet, it would always ricochet on the way back, guaranteed. Okay, I need vision range. I need that perk, level 30. Cone vision size. But the cone is the right click, and we don't actually like that. How about we just slow down projectiles by 30%? That sounds mental. I mean, it was already hard to hit me to begin with, but now it's pretty much impossible that even when I get stressed... What just happened over here? Everything just died. But yeah, even if I get stressed, it should be fine. My main concern is that because I see so little, I also don't see where like big bulks of experience are. Oh my god, I almost walked into that. I have to keep that on my mind, because we don't one-shot the enemies. Like, we take a moment to do everything. They stay alive for way longer. Okay, big experience chunk, nice. Oh, there's a big boy. Why do I not aim with my mouse anymore? I just stopped it, like I put my hand away. It doesn't matter, to be honest. But I shouldn't do that. It's still like 3 of the chunky scythes. How many projectiles will we create against the boss? Or did that not work against the boss? Oh, that's the boss. Okay, okay. No, that wasn't the boss. We just one-shot the dude. Oh yeah, thank you for all of the descriptions, by the way. That's also a thing I would change. That's like, you know, stats menu, and that you can actually read what these things do. Hit an enemy twice doesn't apply to bosses. Okay, that sucks a little bit. Well, does it suck though? Because I keep hitting all the other enemies either way, so that's kind of cool. Enemies revealed in vision take 50% more damage. So like a boss. So if I stand next to the... Where's the boss? Okay, there. If I reveal the boss, which is slightly dangerous, do you take more damage? Well, Dex, does he take more damage? What do you think? I'm actually not sure if he even took more damage. Boss hard pickups heal you fully, but no longer increase your max HP. That would be horrible. Isn't this exactly the same thing as before? Gain 10% bullet damage from every minute that passes from now on. Gain 2 hearts, but movement speed is decreased. I will just take the bullet damage, because maybe we figure out a way to bump it up like stupid. And then I would regret that I didn't take something that scales over time, because this will probably be the biggest way to increase our bullet damage, right? Wait a second. We only lost like minus 70% bullet damage, I believe, if I remember that right. And if that's true, we just have to go by 7 seconds, yeah. 7 minutes, and we will be back to normal damage, and I can speed this up with other upgrades. So our bullets will actually start dealing ridiculous amounts of damage with this upgrade now. Oh my god, what is going on? And that is not a boss, you're telling me. Where's the experience? There. Okay, nice, thank you. There's another one. We just killed him before he even fired. But where's your experience? This one didn't drop any. So there's a funny issue. The projectiles are so annoyingly slow that I sometimes accidentally almost walk into them just because I like want to find enemies and kite around them. But the projectiles are still there. They didn't fly away yet. Okay, that just happened. Why is this game so cool? This game has no right to be this cool. It's actually a lot of fun. Like, it's such a unique take on the Horde Survivor genre, where it still keeps the core element of it, which I think is important. But it has this twist, especially with this light around you, but so many upgrades. Shooting an enemy revealed in vision will slow them down. I don't hate it because this makes it less likely that I get hit, but also it increases our cone size, like our thing, by 10%. Well, I guess I could also do this, right? That dude almost got me. You know what? I'm not doing this anymore. That was like a horror movie. You know when the lights flicker and you only see the dude walking closer to you? Yeah, whoa. You're dead. How are we this powerful? I feel like I only got 2 upgrades in this game, the bleed and the multiple projectiles, and that was it. But this is already enough to just wipe out all of the enemies easily. On death, enemies will explode into 2 smaller projectiles of whatever killed them. Wait, but if our bleed kills them... No, but it has to be a projectile. Wait a second. Does this mean this will recreate our Scythes? Is that actually what it means? Because if we just start summoning Scythes... Okay, we have to pay attention to that. Does anyone see any... Didn't I just see mini Scythes? Like mini Scythes? I don't know if that's working how I thought it works. Did we just deal 600 damage with bleed to that dude? Okay, well, I don't see... Wait, I don't... Oh, yeah, right, you can't read that, because why would you want to read that, right? You guys can just go back and read it, I can't. Wait, but where's, like, the projectile that killed them? So, because bleed is killing them, it's not a projectile, and that's why it's not getting recreated. Do I understand this right? Enemy projectiles move 50% slower? Why would I want to make this even slower? So we can deflect enemy bullets, and it deals damage to the enemy. Wait a second, isn't that crazy? Because we shoot out so many projectiles, like we don't even have to aim at them, right? Yeah, look at this! You have to imagine, every scythe that I have right now is pretty much a shield that just deflects the bullets. Yeah, do you see that? The moment they shoot, we just send... Did it say works on bosses? Alter Schwede, hör doch auf mit dem Käse. I want to read that again. You know that I have a problem with reading. Is this game actually teaching me to read something and remember it? But the problem is, I don't like this, you know, because the way I like to learn games is, I just learn like a minor part about the upgrade that I like, then I look at it and internalize it with a positive memory, you know, because I see it in action, and then I read the rest about it once it's internalized, because then I can focus on the rest that is written there. Which leads to some really stupid scenarios, like in Nimrods, for example, where I just saw the field, you know, and I was like, oh, that's great. And after that, I realized, wait a second, the field contains our bullets. They can't leave the field. After killing an enemy, your next shot will do 50% more damage, but we don't really care about that. Every 6 kills in vision will drop a light orb, increasing bullet damage, fire rate. Also, enemies in vision take 80% more damage, but otherwise take less damage. I actually don't like that. I think that's horrible. But I'm just going for it because I want to test out more things, and I want to get to a point where we just attack the boss, and even before he casts his first thing, he's already dead. And we are getting closer to level 30. You know what that means, right? We will get that every of our scythes... Oh, that's a vision orb, nice. Every of our scythes will light up the enemies, like will give us vision. I feel like we are just cheesing out a victory. I don't even have to move, right? I forgot about that. Oh, there's a projectile. Oh no, there's no projectile. Oh, there are projectiles. Help me. Help me. What are you doing? Okay, these 9 projectiles we shoot out, they are very inconsistent where they go. Well, the thing is, I'm not even aiming at anything, right? If I start aiming at stuff, this is a whole different story. Yeah. Man, I hate moving around. I need more vision, and don't say I didn't try. I tried my best to get it. Well, okay, maybe not my best, but a lot. You the shrapnels, man. I don't like that. I think those are like their own projectiles, maybe. Bullets can ricochet up to 3 times. We finally got it. Also more bullet speed, which means our bullets will go further out. And they kind of help me see the enemies, because when the enemies get hit, they light up. But only for a short moment, like a very short moment. Yeah, like there. So now we know there's a bunch of experience here. Yep, that worked out. Nice. Why is this game just so good, actually? Boss. There. Okay, let's shoot at him. Let's shoot at him. He will tickle us to death. Wait, I have to be in vision range. What hit me? Oh, no. I think his feet got me. No, I'm not into feet. I got cancelled for saying that. I didn't know that his feet deal damage. Bullets pierce through multiple enemies, high base damage. So you're saying... You know what I'm thinking? What about we go for maximum damage and maximum ricochet? Oh, you know what I'm thinking? What about we go for maximum damage and maximum ricochet? Huh? Just one-shot the enemies, which will guarantee that we always ricochet. The only problem is I don't know how piercing and ricochet works with each other. Like if one has a priority over the other one. And I would say this time we definitely don't go for bleed, because for this we need to attack a lot, so you're out. And we'll roll. How about we go for the shield barrier? This sounds nice. A layer of protection. Bullet damage plus 20% and bullet size. Let's go. So the idea would be that this time we don't go for multiple projectiles and instead we just go for one giga chunk projectile. I'm not sure if I will really not take like at least one additional projectile because it's only minus 30% bullet damage, but we have double the bullets. Here's the fire rate and that is what I would need for that. Do we want to do that and then we just banish it? Oh, but this also creates so many projectiles. I'm not sure if I want that, but I will go for the shield boost. So killing 50 enemies increases everything about our weapon by 25%. That sounds insane. The problem is this stops the moment we get hit, because then our shield is gone. So I have to be really cautious what I do. And we probably want to have the decrease in enemy projectile speed to make sure I don't get hit by that. Every 6 shot damage all enemies revealed in vision by 100% bullet damage. That could be interesting, because that means I don't have to take care necessarily of all the enemies in here. Yeah, they're triggered. Okay, that's a nice bonus. We don't shoot fast, but the goal is that we pretty much have a one-shot weapon later on. And this would help us out a lot. Bullet damage, bullet size, bullet speed. Sounds amazing. Okay, so how much damage do we deal? We deal 33 damage now. Oh my god, we just one-shot everything in here. I need fire rate though. That's still important. Radiation takes 1 less shot to activate. This is where we deal damage in our zone here. So that's kind of nice because we don't fire fast. And now it activates after 5 shots already. Good. What is that? Oh, that's our experience bar there. Radiation takes 2 less shots to activate. Increases our fire rate, but decreases radiation damage. You know what? We deal less damage, sure. But at least it means that we fire a lot faster. And it activates like super duper often, which is very important to us. Okay, there's a big enemy. Let's kill him. Well, maybe my damage is not as high as I thought. I need to hit level 10 ASAP. No, that's just the... Wait, what's the... No, we need to kill a boss. That is the one that gives us 10% bullet damage every minute. Bullets have a 50% chance to ricochet. So does it actually happen? Yes, it just happened! Okay, this was my only fear, that it maybe doesn't work. But this means my plan will work out and we will just one-shot all of the enemies with well, not infinite ricochets, but with triple ricochet. Bullets deal 100% more damage for each enemy pierced. I don't hate it, but we'll just go for the bullet damage. Why would I go for anything else? Maybe the fire rate was actually smarter because I already focus on bullet damage a lot. You know, and if we already have that at a high value, then maybe it is better to focus on fire rate to make sure we also shoot a bit faster. But if this theory works out, because we have such a fast projectile, I just need to hit one enemy and everything will die. Except that it's limited by the ricochets, okay? We don't talk about that. Let's just pretend that's not a thing. Let's just pretend it's infinite bounces. Oh, big boy. So how are we doing against you now? Yeah, it's still very slow. Well, honestly, given how tanky he is, that was kind of fine. Killing an enemy with a single shot has a 100% chance to ricochet. Okay, so... Oh, wow. What just happened there? Oh my god. I love that this is working so well. Like, this is straight up working amazingly well. Huh? Killing 100 enemies while the shield barrier is active temporarily increases vision size by 50%. I don't hate it and I want to have the final upgrades there. Yeah, there we go. Oh my god, that is amazing. But did you see how fast we killed them? Or did it instantly activate because it already counted all of the kills we got with it active? That could also be the case because there's no way we killed 50 enemies in like a second. Oh my god, this is so good. This is what I needed in the last run. Not that I get 500 million upgrades in hopes I get enough vision range. I just needed this. Bullet damage is increased by 50% of increased movement speed. Holy moly. Okay, we need to go for movement speed a lot. And now I can actually make use of it because we have so much vision range. And this also means our area deals so much damage to them because we see so much. Okay, that is... Okay, fun enough, like, I didn't consider that part, actually. That this also is insane that our AoE is now dealing so much damage. And this also works when I right-click, you know? It deals damage to everyone. But yes, that's a mental synergy. Did you die? I think the big guy here died, but I don't see the experience that he dropped. That's a shame. Damage of each ricochet is increased by 50% bullet damage. So what you're saying is... Even if I don't manage to one-shot the enemies anymore, as long as we hit the what just happened there? As long as we hit the 50% chance to ricochet, it will increase its damage and it will climb up. And then we have a guaranteed ricochet afterwards. Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll take that. That's fine. Like, even when we hit this dude, we have a 50% chance to ricochet. What just happened? Where was the ricochet? Did I just miss that many 50% odds of ricocheting? Enemies outside of the vision range move slower and take 20% more damage. I don't hate it, but I don't really want to do it. Deal double damage, 25% chance. Okay, sure. So we deal 90 damage right now. Where's the boss? Do we even care about the boss? Because I think what I want to do is, I would just want to hit the normal enemy. So we buff up our bullet damage, then it bounces to the boss. Yeah, it's, I mean, wait, we hit the boss multiple times. Do you see that? But I think I still want to hit normal enemy. Do I? The boss, like each of his legs are something that can deal damage to me. Interesting that I didn't notice that in the very first fight. Experience pickup range, minus movement speed. Ooh, that's... Oh, honestly... Picking up experience increases the bullet damage, bullet size, and bullet speed. Oh god. Okay, maybe I want to have that. I don't care about this one though, the light magnet. Yeah, we'll not go for this, but this one is fine. We want to keep our movement speed high. Okay, this build is so much worse than the last one. Like, this actually shows what for a powerhouse we had before. I think the first fight still took a while there. But yeah, we're dealing a lot less damage. But we are building this up. This will be insane in the near future. There's an enemy next to me. Okay, careful. I actually have to aim at the legs. And you're dead. Before we pick up the heart, let's do this first and see what we get. Please, the 10% bullet. Please. Isn't this the same one again? No! Yes! Gain 10% bullet damage for every minute that passed! Oh my god, we just got it! We just straight up got it! That's mental! Infinite scaling damage! And now I can take minus 30% bullet damage because that's 3 minutes of our time! Who cares? Every time a bullet damages an enemy, it has a chance to become a charged round. So I will assume it's this chance here, the 25% chance. But that's insane, because if it didn't hit the first 25% chance, then it can just hit it again. And same with why we took the bounces, increased damage. Same thing here. Now when we ricochet with the initial chance, if we don't hit anything that increases our bullet damage, one ricochet has an insane chance to just repeat that. So and even pierces do it. Wait, and if a pierce... Wait, does a pierce? Yeah, a pierce will hit an additional enemy, then it can be turned into a charged round, which then if it hits a third enemy, would guarantee a one-shot pretty much, like we assume that. No, that's insane, because then it's guaranteed to bounce after all of the pierces. And then it keeps bouncing because it got the damage upgrade. Oh my god, Dex, we did something insane. So this one here is just about plasma damage. And I gotta be honest, I don't think I care. Killing 5 enemies with plasma damage will charge your next shot. Yeah, but we one-shot the enemies either way. Nah, I'll delete that. I'm sorry. I don't think that's good. We'll go for the radiation damage to bump this up again. I just kind of want to have this out of the way to see new things. But look at this. We clear out all of the enemies easily. That was the plan I had in the beginning, and it's actually working. I just need more fire rate though. The next time I get the perk upgrade, I think I will go for the 35% fire rate to make sure we actually hit the enemies fast enough, like when we have singular strong enemies like this dude here, because they stay alive for way too long. Like way too long. Okay, well, we just one-shot them with our vision range and didn't get experience. Cool. Wait, there's something. Maybe that was the experience, but I don't think so. I just love that we have so many easy ways to delete all of the enemies. Every 6 enemy killed, revealed in vision, spawns a meteor which deals bullet damage and leaves a temporary vision circle. Or we go for bullet damage. Do I really do that? Sure. Who needs fire rate? I can just one-shot the enemies. Look at this. We just one-shot the big dude there. Okay. I know I need fire rate, otherwise I will mess this up so much. I do believe this weapon has infinite pierce, as far as I remember it, so we don't have to bump up pierce. There is one upgrade, but maybe it has nice bonuses, like each pierce it gives bonus damage or so I will take a look at that. Yeah, we just demolished the dude. And this guy, I think that was part of the dude. Enemies are still visible for 3 seconds after spawning. That's actually nice. Bullets will create 2 extra bullets with half the damage and size when hitting an enemy, but no fire rate. Okay, piercing 3 enemies, the problem is we go for an insta-kill build, so we never pierce 3 enemies, we will ricochet. Okay, I will go for the negative fire rate. I know this sounds really bad, but did you see what we just did there? We have the pierces, we have the ricochets, we have so many ways of hitting enemies. And it always happens when we just hit enemies, right? I think. Wait, did it say that? Bullets will create 2 extra bullets of half the damage when hitting an enemy. Yeah. When shield barrier is activated, fire a cyclone of 100 projectiles. Cooldown is 30 seconds. What does activated mean? Like when I get hit? I don't want that though. When shield barrier is activated, light up all your surroundings for 5 seconds. Cooldown is reduced to 1 minute. Okay, the reduction is nice. But I don't really want to have any of these. Yeah, you know what? I'll just delete that. Every 5th enemy killed by a bullet explodes into wildfire. Inflict damage equal to the amount received on death, but we one-shot the enemies. That's a maximum amount. Sure, let's try that out. Why was the wildfire around me? Okay, that's a... I don't understand that part, why it spawns around me. Because that makes me think we get the wildfire ready and our next shot will then apply it. Maybe. No, but I think it's just an indicator that says, yeah, you killed 5 enemies. Wait, but that doesn't make... Right, no. Because it says every enemy 5 killed, then explode. But I would assume that happens on the 5th kill automatically, you know? That whoever's the 5th kill, around him that happens. I have to read that again, because I think I misunderstood something. Maybe the purpose is just to show you. Yep, you got the wildfire. No, it's a charge up. It's like a ring around us. So the fuller the ring gets, no it doesn't. I thought it's like 1/5 full, 2/5 full, 3/5 full, you know. That you know how many kills you have done. But it's always the same area that is filled. No, I don't understand that. Damaging enemies will spawn a temporary vision circle that lasts a second. That's kind of useless because we one-shot them, but you know what? I'll just try it out. Because this means our retaliation... Oh, it lasts very short. Well, but that's kind of funny. Because now we see exactly how many enemies we are actually hitting because we see the circles that get created. Okay, taking this upgrade here was definitely worth it. Even though it hurts a little bit, our fire rate, and I have to bump this up, but it was worth it. Oh my god. Okay, nice, we killed that dude, but that was spooky how long that took. Funny enough, our bleed build was way better at single target damage than our build that is about single target damage. But somehow it works better AoE wise. Can I get out of this? Okay, but that was close. We do have a shield. The shield is still up. Yeah, do you see that though? How many, like, limbs, how many parts of the boss we are hitting with 1 bullet? It just keeps going through him. I don't like how long this takes to kill the boss. Like, I need fire rate so badly. Do we just go for 2 bullets? Do we do that? Because this effectively doubles our damage almost, except that we lose a bit of damage. But if we go from like 200% bonus damage to 170% bonus damage, this means we only lost 10% total damage. And that would be bearable. Like, that's totally fine, right? For each full heart you currently have plus 20% bullet damage. I mean, I have to do that, right? So we have 5 hearts, that's 100% bonus bullet damage. How much damage is that though? 143. Why do I feel like that's not a lot of damage compared to what we had before? Didn't we have a lot more than that? Did I nerf my damage without realizing it? Or was I just used to seeing like 50, 60, you know, before? And now that we are in the hundreds, I don't realize how high it actually is. I don't know. It feels weird. Okay, I seriously need something that gives me like bonus fire rate. Every enemy killed by a ricochet will increase the damage of your next shot by 15%. Well, that doesn't sound bad. Your negative fire rate, but we ricochet more. Dex don't do it. Well, Dex did it. You can't change it. Oh no. Oh my god, I don't shoot at all. Okay, well, that's bad. We need the double bullets. Well, even the double bullets don't save me, right? I need to slow down the enemies when they enter our vision range, I assume. Maybe that would be good. I mean, the cool thing is we pretty much turned into a sniper, right? Snipers are not known to shoot very fast. That's my excuse that I'll use. Oh, yeah, it's you. You only have one body part. Or two? I'm actually not so sure what happened there. Sure. How fast do we shoot now? We got a huge amount of damage though. 265 on the first hit. 353. Okay, 353. That was just the first hit. Why is that so much? Is it like a crit or something? Oh my god, I don't trigger our vision range effect anymore at all because we shoot so slow. Yeah, sometimes I deal 171. Well, that was a lot more. Oh, it's supercharged, right. 177 is not supercharged. And we only have a 25% chance for that, so that does make sense. 881. Dude, if I manage to just bounce on the enemies and it keeps increasing its damage when we face the boss, I think we have a legitimate chance to just one-shot the boss. Well, maybe not one-shotting the boss, but you know what I mean. 20% fire rate. Okay, we will tune down our bullet damage a bit again. The thing is, we get more positive out of it. Like, first we took bullet damage and decreased our fire rate. Now we will increase fire rate but decrease bullet damage. But in total, we ended up with more stats. It was just a little bit too much bullet damage. Like, listen, I can't win like that. Maybe it's possible, you know, but I don't care. I'm just not sure how extreme I will do it if I get every single upgrade of them, because there's a total of What just happened to you? Okay, there's a total of minus 70% bullet damage in there, and I think it's even more. So I'm not sure if I want to take all of them, but if we have 3 bullets, this pretty much means we demolish the bosses. But we have to make sure that I always one-shot, because otherwise we don't have the guaranteed ricochet. Bullet speed, fire rate, man, that's perfect. Oh, I love that. Now, oh my god, look at how fast we shoot now. Just this small increase made that much of a difference. Am I already happy? Because then I don't need to decrease my bullet damage. It would be nice to just see how much HP the enemies have, because then I could evaluate if I want to decrease my bullet damage or not. But I guess I just have to take a leap of faith and hope that it works, that I decrease my bullet damage and it's still enough. Wait, I just realized we started with 20 damage on our weapon, right? So if we see 200 right now, our damage multiplier, the bonus damage must be 900%. Because it's plus 180. Okay, but that's mental. That's just straight up mental. Picking up experience increases bullet damage, bullet size, bullet speed of your next shot. Okay, but it doesn't say there's a limit. Like, it says it stacks up to 100%, but I would assume it's like only per 5 seconds or so. But it doesn't say anything about that. So is this permanent after picking up 20 of them? Or maybe they wanted to have this upgrade in there, but then they were like, okay, but how do we associate this to experience? But in most games, what happens is, this only has like a 5-second timer or 10-second timer, and as long as you keep picking up experience all the time, you get the max boost. And this is what I assume it does, but it didn't say that, so it would be wrong to assume that. Oh my god, the boss is here. This is the dude that killed us, by the way. If we manage to beat him, we are better than the last run. Okay, I don't think anyone actually believes that, you know? Because the only problem was I walked into his feet because I didn't understand they kill me. But do you see the bounces that we are doing? 1000 damage was there. 1000 damage. Okay. I mean, the main problem is I just don't deal enough damage. I need more bullets. I need way more bullets. And I need movement speed apparently. But this boss is so chill, it's so easy. If you're not stupid and walk close to him, because I wanted to have the bonus damage in the vision range, if you don't do that, it's totally fine. Every enemy killed by ricochet will increase the damage of your next shot. Perfect. Because we ricochet a lot. And we have a lot of bonus bullets, keep that in mind. Oh, wow, that's a big boy. I think we have killed a bunch of his feet, and that's why this changed. That was it. This is how easy it actually was. So I will do this first in case we get something like, oh, you get double the hearts out of this. That would be great. Gain 2 hearts, but movement speed is decreased. Deal 150% more damage, but also take double damage. Well, this has killed me. We're doing it. 150% more damage. How much damage do we deal? 1100 on the first bullet? 1100? 1,200? 2,000? What just happened? Okay, 600 seems more like it. Wait, 600 is tripling our damage. We were at 200 before. Wait, what exactly happened? The green stuff is the vision range, by the way, when you see that. Because it triggers on shots, right? So it just hits them first before our bullet lands. I need more movement speed or I need slower projectiles though, because these are getting dangerously close. I know I shouldn't have taken the damage increase. Like, listen, we really don't need it. Actually, we may need it. Maybe it's good. Killing 3 enemies with a single ricochet will instantly refresh shot cooldown. Sure, why not? Takes a second to recharge after being triggered. So when we shoot and we instantly shoot again, then we know that it got triggered. Oh yeah, there, I think it got triggered twice, right? Yeah, there as well. Why does it trigger instantly though? Like it does like juk juk. Do you notice that if you pay close attention, sometimes we do a juk juk. Okay, interesting. Oh, big boy. Did we just one-shot that guy as well? Like, but how do we not have enough damage to like, eliminate the bosses, right? This is what I would assume. That we easily deal with the bosses, and now I'm questioning if I even want to have the double shot. Because it doesn't guarantee that we hit multiple enemies. Then again, though, if it hits a different enemy, it will just ricochet out to a leftover enemy, and this would be a lot better because it spreads out like a family tree, you know? Unless you are from Alabama, you know, then it would be a circle, but still. We are level 30. We didn't even get this far the last time. Enemies are still visible, I don't care. Piercing, I don't care. Shooting 2 enemies with a single bullet triggers radiation. Wait, that's broken. But the question is, do we actually want radiation? Bullet damage... Fire rate and bullet speed are doubled when standing still. Plus 30% fire rate. Oh, okay. Okay. Sure, buddy. Sure. Now we need projectiles destroy bullets of the enemies. Like, we send them back and we are in this. I hate that the camera moves away my screen. I really don't like that, but holy moly, we shoot fast now. Oh my god. This will kill me. You know why? I will wait for the bosses, right? Like, I will shoot at the boss and he will do his charge-up attack and then I can't get away in time. But oh my god, that's insane. And even if I move, it's fine because it still gave us a huge amount of bonus fire rate. Well, we just found a fix for our pickly... How is it called? I'm in a pickle. Our pickly situation. Huh? Isn't it amazing? What was the one that destroys enemy projectiles though? I don't remember that. Bullet damage is temporarily increased by 10% for each enemy killed. Oh, you have to be kidding me. Missiles emit a vision circle. I mean, I need to do that. That is so important to us to get some intel on the enemies, where they are. And who do I have to follow? What is that rocket? What is that rocket doing? Oh, they follow my cursor. That's kind of funny. Yeah, Dex, you need to move, man. We need more movement speed for sure. The thing is, we still have a bunch of movement speed upgrades. It's not like they don't exist. Can I disable this moving around screen texture? What does that mean? Ew. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a lot better. So the thing is, the bullets, they deal no damage. Like, I can send them out and we see them explode. But yeah, I think the 50 damage there was our explosion of the rock. Don't put away your hand from the keyboard. I have the stupid habit. The moment I get to a point where I just one-shot everything, like here, I put away my left hand and just let it rest and relax. But this doesn't work with fast enemy projectiles. Okay, well, huh? Why do I keep getting surprised that we just kill the enemies in one shot? We have been doing this the entire time long, pretty much. Man, I love this weapon. I love what we have crafted here. It is wild. I don't think it's very consistent. I think an experienced player wouldn't do this, and you would just go for a huge amount of fire rate, right? You don't need ricochets if you just fire a ton. Take my bow. I can't get out of that. Okay, well, thank you, shield, but if I don't kill him very fast, I will get hit by that again, because I have no way of escaping that. Like, 0. Okay. Well, that works better. Can you die? Can you please die? I need more movement speed. I promise I'll go for more movement speed. Please, let me level up. Let me level up. Okay. I just walked into that. Did I? Yes, I lost 2 HP. No, I can't dodge that. Alter Schwede, ne? Was ist denn das für eine Scheiße? Nein, deine Mutter, Alter. Nein.
That was so unfair.
Oh, I have a little bit of money though. I mean, that was an absolutely incredible first experience. I love that so much, and we have learned a lot, so let me know what you think about the game, and hey, if you like the video, then don't forget to subscribe and give the video a like. See you the next time.